Hi.
Good morning.
We talked earlier. I know it's not Amazon Prime Day anymore, but I Amazoned again this morning.
Off Prime Day. I mean, you couldn't have done it on Prime Day.
No. So Jamie got this book that's pretty cool. So it's called The Amazing Bucket List.
Okay.
It's really nice. Look. And then you go in here and you put like your top 100 bucket list places. And then it has like it tells you different like places around the world that you could go. And then it's a journal for when you do go places. So you like write like where you go and the dates you went and what you did and what you did.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Kind of holds you accountable. Kind of makes you do it.
Yeah. And we're making some summer friend plans together, and I'm gonna go to Mammoth Lakes and stuff, and I'll journal all of it. I don't know
down on your bucket list.
So I got one today, but mine's red.
Okay. Can I give you a low-key confession?
Mm-hmm.
In the last stream, you'll notice that I was like this a lot. Like,
yeah.
My shirt was on inside out.
And
I noticed halfway through. And
I didn't notice. I would have said something.
And so, well, you couldn't notice because I was down here like this the whole time. So you couldn't see like the big, huge seams on my shoulders.
That's funny because yesterday, if you missed it, I was like, you're not the same person you were 5 minutes ago.
I didn't pay attention to what I was doing. I just tossed it on. So you were talking this morning on the air because you are a famous Houston Texans fan, but more to the point, you are a ginormous J.J. Watt fan.
J.J. Watt fan, and that's why I'm checking my phone right now because I'm still getting text messages from people. So I'm a huge J.J. Watt fan, and he does not play for the Texans anymore. He plays for the Arizona Cardinals. And so as soon as he jumped over to the Cardinals, I went with him. And my buddies were like, you can't just do that. And I said, yes, I can do whatever I want to do, right? So I've been trying my hardest to like the Cardinals. I'm not passionate about them either way. Like, I love to bash on the Raiders fans, but they're loyal. And I'm not mad at Niners fans. But, like, I even care more about the Browns and their ugly uniforms than I care about the Cardinals.
Their uniforms are brown, right?
So I can't be a Cardinals fan. I can't go into this next season being a Cardinals fan. I need to be passionate about a team and stick with that team no matter who comes in and who comes out.
So, as a fan of the NFL who was a Texans fan and then briefly a Cardinals fan.
Oh, hold on. I was a Patriots fan.
And a Patriots fan.
And then I was a Texans fan. I married into it. And then
have you ever been a local Bay Area fan at all before you were a Patriots fan, Niners, Raiders?
When I was a kid, my aunt was a huge Niners fan, and she was trying to have me go into that. And we all know I'm a closet Raiders fan. I watch every Raiders game.
Which I mean, we're so fortunate to have football like that so close to home too, down in Las Vegas, where it's just a short flight away. It'd be nicer if we had something closer, but Vegas is a fun place to be anyway.
Okay,
so go on.
Niners. So you think I should be a Niners fan? Well, you're not the only one because I'm
poking Raiders fans.
Oh, Raiders. Well, I'm not mad at Raiders fans. They're pretty loyal, but I can't be one. Right. Like officially. It's more fun for me the way it is now, where I'm not a fan and with my friends who are. You know what I mean? So anyways.
Raiders, Patriots, Texans.
Cardinals.
Okay.
So if I'm going to bandwagon it, I said on the air, I'm going to go Chiefs. I love the Chiefs. I love every single one of their games. I love Mahomes. I love Travis Kelce. I love the organization. And so immediately my Raiders buddies are texting me flip off emojis. Immediately, as soon as they hear me say it. And boss lady's wife writes me and she's like, no, Niners, what are you thinking?
Fair. That's a fair argument though.
Yeah. But then she came back because we're still ladies. And this is my friend Kenny. He's a huge Raiders fan. his biggest pet peeve of mine is I go, I'm a girl. I could do what I want when it comes to football. He goes, that's the most I go, only men care this much about who I like and who I don't like. It's like wearing a band t-shirt. Name 3 songs. I like football. Yeah, well, name who the tight end was in 1987 of them. Shut up. I just like football. I like to watch it. I like the food. I like the people. I like the sport.
The Chiefs make more sense than the Texans and the Cardinals. You got 3 people on the Chiefs that you like, and Trevor, Kelsey, and Mahomes. You only had Watt on the Texans.
Travis Kelsey is the same person.
You have 2 people on the Chiefs that you like, in Mahomes and Travis Kelsey. And you only had J.J. Watt on the Texans.
I like more, but I'll have to remember their names because I know my buddies are going to be like, name 5 players.
But it doesn't matter if you can name 5 or 2.
He's the backup quarterback. When Mahomes got a concussion, he came in and still played pretty well. So I have 2 fish. So I have 2 fish that have survived Tony Stark, named Mahomes and Henny. And they're the henchman fish I've talked about before. The little ones, they keep getting away with everything. Everybody else keeps dying around them except these 2 little bad boys, right? And I've had my Mahomes t-shirt for years, like 3 years. This is rolling with my homies. And I think that's the way I'm going to go. And then I check my messenger on Facebook. Raiders fans they're so mad at me. I don't think I'm going to be allowed in my favorite bar downtown anymore.
Yeah, you tell those Raider fans at the next game, meet me at their stadium in Vegas. If you can make it from Oakland, I'll be down there visiting my friends in Vegas. And we'll talk then.
And to be honest with you, I think besides this announcement, I don't think anybody will notice because I've been cheering for the Chiefs for so long.
You've been a Mahomes fan for a couple of years at least.
Yeah.
You've always liked Mahomes. We've talked about Mahomes on the show. I can't count how many times. Do you like Mahomes?
I love that kid.
That's fair. And more to the point, and I don't know how other people feel about this.
And that's what Angie's wife, Kelly, wrote me back. She's like, we do love Mahomes. And one of us is AFC, one of us is NFC. So we're good with you liking the Chiefs. And I'm like, thank you, Kelly.
Right. Who plays for the AFC, NFC, KFC, and then there's the CFC, right?
I do love the KFC. So that's also something that I'm still learning. So the Niners are NFC and the Chiefs are AFC.
Okay. I was going to say. So I get what you're saying. What you're doing, I think, is fair. I am a huge Kings fan, right? No one's ever going to question that. If the Kings are ever in the playoffs again, and I'm rooting loudly, no one's ever going to say, well, where were you when they were terrible? I'm right here.
You can have a hat. You can have a Kings hat with the sticker and the price tag still on it, and we would know that you are not a bandwagon.
I absolutely love the San Antonio Spurs organization.
You always have.
Always have. Always have. And
is that my boy? Is that Mark Cuban?
No, that's the Mavericks.
Oh,
I'm not as big of a Mark Cuban fan as you are.
Is it something? Okay, is it something we probably shouldn't talk about here?
No, he voted to have the Kings relocate. He was for the Kings relocating.
Okay, so you have a legit reason. That's it. That was a big deal for you.
Yeah, it was huge. It was huge. And that's how big of a Kings fan I am.
I love Mark Cuban because somebody was on Shark Tank with champagne in a can under 90 calories. And while all the other sharks were going, no, that's too blah, blah, blah. He goes, my wife and her friends would be out by the pool drinking those all day. I will absolutely do this. And I'm like, I love this guy.
I don't like him for the Kings thing, but on Shark Tank, like he's pretty pragmatic. Like he's a level-headed thinker. And I like how he approaches scenarios. My favorite Shark Tank of his was, do you remember those stupid power balance bracelets people were wearing where they were like, yes, the negative ion bounces off all the bad ions, so you don't get bad ions.
Oh, dude, my brother wore one of those for years. We made fun of him.
And then it came out that there was no science behind it, and Power Balance Pavilion had to change their name because Power Balance was no longer a thing. Well, somebody went on Shark Tank promoting one of those bracelets like Power Balance, and Mark Cuban got really nasty on it. He's like, I've had athletes on my team who bought into those and got injured because they trusted what those did. Get off my show. I was pretty impressed with that.
I like him. Yeah. So you would jump over to the Spurs.
I would jump. Okay, organization, I would jump to the Spurs.
But don't be mad at this question. Are the Spurs good?
Yes.
So people would think that you were bandwagoning it.
Oh, they're good. They're good in that they've been in the playoffs every single year except for this last
So
year.
he used to work with a guy who was a huge Spurs fan, and you guys would talk about that in the hallway forever.
Yeah, yeah, because we're both huge NBA fans too. Like, so we follow the league, but Spurs are the organization I would follow. But I had a guy like Mike Bibby, who was your JJ Watt. I love Mike Bibby. He went to the Atlanta Hawks after he left the Kings, and I tried to be like a Hawks supporter, and kind of like you. I mean, I really had no opinion. Like, the Hawks were just a team, and if they won or lost, whatever, I cheered Mike Bibby to the day that he left. And Mike Bibby actually still does stuff with the Stockton Kings, which is pretty cool. And they got Bobby Jackson as new head coach. Another story. Anyway, I couldn't get on board with the Hawks. I get it. I couldn't get on board.
Yeah, I just can't. I want to.
I like the Spurs. I'll always cheer for the Spurs. If I ever become super disgruntled with the Kings, I'm gonna be a Spurs fan.
Yeah, I'll always cheer for JJ.
Yeah, and I'll always cheer for Bibby. I can't be a Hawks fan.
Like when I was a Texans fan, I cheered for other players, so I could just be this fan. And then why would I go with the Raiders? Why would I go if I have a clean slate? Why would I downgrade?
Well, however,
just kidding, Raiders fans. However, what?
You were going for the Cardinals. Did the Cardinals win a World Series in the early aughts with Kurt Warner?
Yeah, the World
Kurt
Series.
Warner take him? No, not World Series. I'm sorry, Super Bowl.
Okay, I thought you were messing with me. I was like, you know more about sports than that.
I thought
I don't know anything about the Cardinals. I tried, and that's how I knew I wasn't passionate, because I wasn't retaining any information about them at all.
Okay, so here's where I can help
you. I know more about the bird, the actual.
Kurt Warner was a quarterback for the Rams. Kurt Warner reinvigorated his career. He took the Cardinals super deep in the playoffs, like 9 years after he was over the hill and done with the Rams. It was like this. It was like a Tim Tebow moment where it was like, what is happening with the Cardinals and Kurt Warner right now? The guy's 100. So that was a cool Cardinals story. And then I also have an autographed football from an Arizona Cardinals legendary quarterback, Neil Lomax, who my dad got to do a keynote speaking event at some office supply wholesalers convention in like Tampa 20 years ago or 30 years ago. And Neil brought an autographed football for me that says, "Ian, all the best, Neil Lomax." Who's Neil Lomax?
You know, I had an autographed basketball from somebody important, and I didn't think he was that important. And like years later, I threw it out. Scott. Who's Scott? Something Scott, or Scott's his first name?
Oh, okay. So either Scottie Pippen, which we know, so probably not, or Scott Pollard.
No, white guy.
Scott Pollard is white.
That's not who I'm thinking of. It was old. It was a long time ago.
There's I was Scott Brooks, who's from Manteca. He had the car. His family had the car wash in Manteca.
Scott Brooks, is that his name? Was he on the Warriors?
He may have been. Scott Brooks was an assistant coach for the Kings, but his biggest claim to fame is he coached the Thunder to a finals appearance, which was huge. But Scott Brooks' family is from Manteca, and they had a car wash in Manteca. That was like the big thing. He's a hometown boy. That
may have been him, but was he a big deal?
He's a big deal in turn. Like, he's a really good coach. He's a really, really good coach. I think he was an AK player too.
Yeah, I met that guy, and I had an autographed basketball from him.
Yeah, no, Scott Brooks is a stand-up dude. Like, that's a high character guy.
What do you have going on today? Look at her awesome dog. Can you see this dog? Ripley. We had to chase this dog. She got out yesterday, and she has the cutest little 4-year-old Sam named Brett. We call him Brett. Grabs this, and he's little. Grabs this dog by the collar, and she takes off, and he held on. So you just see this 4-year-old. But he is cracking up. Like, the only reason I'm telling this story is because everybody's okay. And I will never get the look of his face out of my head. It was hilarious. It was hilarious.
That reminds me, we had a black and white cat named Fritz. We actually had this cat when we lived in the apartments in Modesto back with my ex. You may have seen this cat when we moved back.
The one I really didn't like.
What's that? Yeah.
your ex-wife or the girlfriend I didn't like?
The girlfriend.
Ugh.
We had this cat Fritz, and we were renting a
You
room
love
on a
it. It's
second.
been like 17 years, and I'm still like bleh, every time you say her name. Go ahead.
We were on the second story, and it was kind of the same thing. The cat was sitting in the window, and it got up and like turned to the left, and in doing so didn't realize that, you know, the window isn't there, and so the cat fell out of the window. But when the cat fell out of the window on the second story, it did this thing where I assumed that the bottom legs dug into the house, and so it was suspended on the windowsill for about 3 seconds as its paws did that thing where you see in cartoons where it's like trying to grab on, you know, but it
You know
can't.
what?
So it's,
That cat
but,
probably deserved it. All cats are jerks.
and
All
you see
of them.
the face, you can see, even in the cat's face, you can see the look of like, is this where it ends? And then, boom, cat's gone, right? So I freak out, I run over, and it fell into this huge cushion of ivy. So now the cat's just looking up at me. But just the 3 seconds of it pawing, trying to stay up as it's suspended in air, and just looking like before, boom.
Boom. Yeah, when this dog dragged him down the block, dude, it was in the grass. Oh, I was, and Jamie's trying to chase after the dog, and I'm of no help because the dog barely knows me, and it was funny.
Do you think that dogs, like the more intelligent breeds, like understand uncomfortable moments or know when it's like a no moment or like a give this person privacy moment?
I think dogs have feelings. I think like I have other people. We've said it before. Like in my condo, it's just too much work for me with a dog, and I don't think that there's enough space for a dog where I live. But I love other people's dogs. But I think they have feelings for sure.
I don't want to record it because it would entail recording me going potty. But you know, because I live by myself sometime, half the time. In the bathroom, I was going pee, right? And my dog turned the corner or came down the hallway and walked into the bathroom where I was going pee, and then realized I was going pee and like turned around and walked back out, right? And at first I was kind of like chuckled, and then I flushed the toilet and I stood there for a second, and she walked back around the corner and was like, he's done now. I can see him.
Oh, she was giving you your privacy.
She was giving me privacy.
Oh, I believe it. I believe
Yeah.
it. And I believe they can read you just like after your divorce, were you ever just sitting on the couch sad and they just come put their head right on your lap?
Oh, all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
No. I love dogs. Man, dogs will get me every time. They know. They know.
Technically, not my dog.
Ripley knew what she was doing yesterday, but she goes in the same direction every time, so we knew where to go find her.
Right. Yeah, no, she's a rad dog. She's really cool.
What do you have going on today?
I think today's a garage day, and today's a clean the house day. And my kids and I are going to go. I think we talked about this earlier. My kids and I are going to go to Davis Park, and I think we're going to try and do an extreme hide and seek in the trees.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know if there's any accessories
right?
to bring for that, but I think I'm going to try and do that.
Today?
What's that?
Isn't it only going to be like 85 today?
Yeah, it's going to be super nice out. So
I'm
going
gonna
to do
get
that.
Jamie has to go to work, and then so I'm gonna get in the hot tub while the kids play in the pool a little bit longer because they leave with their dad on Saturday. So I don't want to take him away from his friend soon, you know. Right. So I'm gonna hang out here as long as I can because I still need to get back home and get them all packed up and stuff for Saturday. And I want to go to the lake tomorrow.
That'd be cool.
I know. I'm trying to fit as much as I can in before they go to their dad's.
I think I'm going to. I found on Amazon, super cheap, these LEDs that you clip onto a battery. We talked about this before, I think, a little bit, but you can tape them to the bottom of your disc for disc golf. And I think when the kids leave, when I have some time by myself with this weather, because it's gonna be nice and cool for a little bit, I think I want to go out and try and do it at night.
Yeah,
it'd be kind of cool, right?
That'll be fun. You know, you should go to the dollar store and get glow sticks. And you could put them on the baskets.
They do that. They do whole glow rounds. I just haven't had a chance to go do one yet. So I think I'm just going to go do one on my own.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. We are giving away Disneyland tickets on Thursday. We have cruising tickets on the air. We have Stockton Dirt Track tickets on the air all week. So hit us up there. Honey's Air and Solar. Call in, get your AC tuned up. And Blogger Ashley is counting Crows tickets during the lunchtime request.
Yes. Yes.
At Ironstone, which is a beautiful venue.
The only place where Madden will go lawn seating if she has to go lawn.
My ex-husband used to get so mad when I would talk about it on the air that I wouldn't sit in the lawn. He'd get so mad. He's like, you don't sound grateful. And I go, I'm very grateful for everything I've ever gotten. I'm not happy out there. People are pouring beers on me when it's like a big venue. But Ironstone, like, you want to bring your blanket. Everybody's cool. The vibe is good. Do it.
What's interesting about this too is when I don't have my kids, I'll set my projector up in the playroom. At night, I'll shut the lights off and I'll just turn on old live shows that I like. Like, I'm a huge Goo Goo Dolls fan, so I'll turn those on. I got a hankering. What's that?
You like the Goo Goo Dolls? Never heard that before.
I'll tell you about it later. So I did a Counting Crow show though. They did a 20th anniversary of August and Everything After. They did a show of just that album start to finish, and I know that album I can sing it by heart, right? Like, that's how much I know the Goo Goo Doll, or the Counting Crows rather. And so I watched that whole concert and I was like, man, I really, really want to see them. So this rolled around. I got to get in on that. I'm really excited about this show.
Do it. Yeah. I can't wait to hear all about it.
Yeah. But my point to that was him doing a live show. I don't know how you are with live shows. When I go to a live show, if I'm really into the band, then I want to hear it kind of like it is on the album with a little bit of variation. But him especially, he takes hard left turns that you don't expect with his songs live. And it's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. That is cool.
So, anyway.
All right. We got to go.
Bye, guys.
Bye.